Thinking about buying a vehicle from a private party, or maybe you're the seller. In either case, there are some important steps to remember to help make your transaction go smoothly, protecting you from trouble down the road. It's important to remember that when you buy or sell a vehicle from another person, you are responsible for making sure the paperwork is in order. Here's a look at the steps that must be completed in a typical private party vehicle transaction. Let's begin by looking at what the seller is required to do. If you're the seller, the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have the title document for the vehicle you want to sell. Remember, the title is different from the registration certificate you keep in your car. Next, make sure you've satisfied any existing obligations on the vehicle, such as a lien. Any lien holder must release their interest in the vehicle in order for you to obtain the title. Make sure the lien holder signs the release of interest line on the title. Be sure that's all been accomplished before you attempt to sell the vehicle. When a seller reaches an agreement with a buyer, DOL recommends that the seller prepare a bill of sale. A bill of sale documents details of the sale. It also helps ensure a smoother experience at the vehicle licensing office when it's time to process the title transfer. A bill of sale can also be as simple as writing on a blank piece of paper. Try to include all critical information, including the vehicle identification number, often simply referred to as the VIN number, a description of the vehicle, the names of the buyer and seller, if available, the driver license numbers of the buyer and seller, the date of the sale, and the amount of the sale. Once the bill of sale is completed, the next step is the release of interest in the vehicle by all registered owners. The owners release their interest by signing and dating the release of interest lines on the front of the title. The seller is also responsible for completing and signing the odometer disclosure section of the title with the true reading from the vehicle's odometer. Be very careful when writing on the title certificate. Make sure you don't erase, cross out, or white out any information, because doing any of these things will void your title. If you make errors, you will need to bring the title to a local vehicle licensing office for assistance. Work with the buyer to complete the seller's report portion of the title. We recommend separating the seller's report from the title and completing all required information with the buyer's help. This is all the information you will need to file your seller's report. From the DOL's website, you can file your seller's report electronically, and you can print a copy for your records. Whether it's done online or at a vehicle licensing office, the report of sale must be filed within 5 business days. Here are some important points about what the report of sale does and does not do. The report of sale does not actually transfer ownership. However, it does provide you some legal protection if the buyer fails to transfer the title to the vehicle. And most importantly, the report of sale is required by law. Now, as a buyer, it's absolutely critical to make sure that the seller has the physical title. Ask to see the title prior to paying for the vehicle. With the title in hand, make sure the vehicle identification number on the title matches the number on the vehicle. This is also a good time to look for any notations on the title, such as rebuilt, indicating significant prior damage, or former rental, which may affect your decision to buy or how much you are willing to spend. If the seller does not have the title, then your transaction will be significantly more difficult and take more time. So before you buy the vehicle, make sure you call the Department of Licensing's customer service office for directions for your specific situation. As a buyer, you need to protect yourself by making sure the seller properly releases interest in the vehicle. Make sure all registered owners listed on the title have signed the release of interest section, and double check to see if there is a lien holder listed on the title. If a lien holder is listed, make sure they've also signed the title releasing interest. You also want to review the odometer disclosure section to see that it's filled out accurately and that it's signed. Make certain that the seller hasn't voided the title by erasing, using whiteout, or crossing out any information and writing over it. Any of these issues will make transferring the title much more difficult. If you encounter this situation, call the Department of Licensing's Customer Service Center or visit a local vehicle licensing office for advice. When you buy a vehicle from a private party, you have 15 days to transfer the vehicle into your name. If you do not transfer the vehicle into your name within 15 days, penalties will apply. When you go to a vehicle licensing office to transfer the title, bring the title, odometer disclosure section, and bill of sale. You'll need to pay for fees, so remember to bring a check, cash, or money order. Many vehicle licensing offices also accept Visa and MasterCard. If you live in King, Pierce, Snohomish, Spokane, or Clark counties, you may need an emissions test before you transfer your vehicle. The local vehicle licensing office will review your paperwork. If everything's in order, the office will collect your fees and taxes and give you a new registration at the counter. You will receive your new title in the mail after it's been processed. Titles typically arrive in the mail within 6 to 8 weeks. We hope you found this video helpful. If you need further assistance, feel free to contact the Department of Licensing's Customer Service Center by phone or email. The phone number is 360-902-3770. And the email address is titles@dol.wa.gov. Thank you for watching.